All right, today we have Lyndon Whalen, 26 years old from Georgia, the 7th manager here at Kendama Hidabo Spike.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm well. Very genki.
What was your first kendama?
Technically, my first kendama ever was a very cheap China kendama I don't like talking about. Kendama Master. Not a big brand. It was terrible. But I got rid of that quickly, and my first real kendama was a yellow Ozora. Like one of these fine ones I have behind me. I've been playing kendama for 13 years. Started at the end of 2012. Playing about half my life. Everyone in my middle school seemed to just have it one day. And I actually liked hacky sack. At my bus stop in middle school, we'd play hacky sack. And then one day, this kid, Jacob Harden, showed up with the kendama. And he usually brought the hacky sack. And he didn't bring it that day, he brought a kendama. And I was like, what the heck, dude? We had something here. And he just was like, no, this is way cooler. And I thought it was really lame. And then I went to school that day, and like 30 people had a kendama. Like, I went home, and I was like, yeah, it's super lame. And then, like, another day went by, I was like, Mom, can you buy me a kendama? And she bought me that cheap Kendama Masters kendama.
What kind of tricks were you doing back in the day?
All right, the one that stands out in particular is still flip. And it was on that Ozora that's sitting in the Yamagata Kobo Museum. But I remember, and like, granted, like, bevels were a little smaller back then. Kendamas were a little tougher to use, but that was a trick where I was like, spent a day, maybe I think I hit it and I missed the pin, and I'm like, I'm filming, because you always film, and I was like, I gotta get that trick, and like next day, hours and hours, and finally it hits, and like you spike it, it's just that feeling of like, I loved inward lunar flips, inward lunar cushions, and I still do now. Some things haven't changed, but I was always doing inward lunar flip cushions. I was maybe a little more creative with, some no-hole stilts, lighthouse combos, triple inward lighthouse flips, and I liked filming tricks that hadn't been done before, which was a lot easier to do 10 years ago than now. So if you watch some of my entries on YouTube, the contest was show your flow. I think a lot of my tricks were just things that I was like, I've never seen anyone do this before. Maybe it was a spacewalk, and I would yank it so where it wouldn't flip this way. It was doing a flip the other way to catch the lighthouse. So just little things. And I was the first person that I'm aware of to do inward lunar triple flip cushion. And this is like, just, I guess, video documented, but no one was doing them at the time. But I did triples a lot. I remember, I think I was the first person to do a stilt triple barrel roll.
Still triple.
As well as a stilt quad barrel roll. Yeah, the 3 and the 4. And then the Gallagher's got me, I'm pretty sure, on 5. Maybe 6. Those are ones that stand out, like, in particular, that I was like, I don't think I've seen anyone else do these yet. But just that style of play, like, it was a lot easier to create a new combo or a trick that, like, just people hadn't seen, whereas now, like, it feels as if everything's been done already, so you just have to push even harder to land creative tricks. Tricks and kendama was a little more simple in 2012 than today's standards. So by 2012, 2013 standard, I think I was good. I was probably one of the better kids in my school. That was how I judged myself. In my middle school, I kind of quickly was like one of the best. And then I'd say maybe after playing for 2.5 years, I entered a sponsorship contest with a company called Soul Kendamas, and I made it through. There was like 100 people, and they took about 6, and they picked me. And I think that was a moment when I got picked to be sponsored by them. I was like, whoa, okay, like, maybe I can do something here. And that was like the first big moment where I was like, I felt like I was sponsored, but I also was like, I think there's potential with this sport. I got sponsored by Soul Kendamas in August of 2015. So, I mean, just now, it's my 10-year anniversary of being sponsored by Soul Kendamas this month.
What is your favorite trick now?
I always loved lunars and lighthouses, but recently I love throw. like a one-turn stunt fast out of like a tap or juggle combo, just satisfying. Just flip it, just catch it, or a triple stunt fast. Those seem to be everyone's jam, but they're fun, dude. They're just fun. I enjoy doing them.
What is your favorite kendama now?
The Soul Kendama is SMBL shape. It's the newest shape. Been playing that since probably April, so a few months. But I've just been loving it, and it's great for all tricks, taps, slingers, Ken flips, stalls, lunars, spikes. It just hits it all.
What's your favorite paint? Like, there's so many paints in the game now, it's just like crazy. So what's your favorite paint?
Oh man, I'll have to list a few. Yeah, I have to list a few. So I love Kendama ISR Rhino Clear. That's just really like durable, tried and true. Raptor Clear. It's immediately out of the box one of the best paints you could play. And third one would be the new anti-skid, the V2 anti-skid from Honrui that most companies are selling right now. And the Soul Kendamas I've played that have had it, the Rudney mod and the 10-year Moo Moo collab, they're just really good paint, man. Good grip for a factory paint.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for improving at kendama?
I think it's important to play often, and putting reps into a trick will definitely make you better. But I think the easiest tip is to do tricks that bring you joy, or chase tricks that bring you joy, and you'll just put yourself in the right position and keep wanting to play and keep improving. Because you can grind tricks that aren't fun, but that's not going to lead to just steady growth. You might just drop off after that. It's not fun. But if you're chasing tricks that when you land it, you're like, that felt sick, I want to do it again. If you keep chasing that feeling, it's going to you'll put reps in without even realizing you're just having fun playing. The best players in the world, they practice hard, but they just have fun playing kendama as well. There have been times in my 13 years where maybe I've focused on harder tricks and I felt less motivated to want to play. But for the long grind, to maintain and keep up, is because tricks and players now they're crazy. Every year, more and more crazy players pop in. The tricks are just like mind blowing. You find one of those things that you want to do or that feel fun, or like maybe you're like, I would love to land that trick, and you keep chasing that, and you'll be blown away in a year or 2 years if you show up every day and play a little bit. Some days you play more than others. Yeah, you'll improve more than you ever realize.
Could you tell us a little bit about Spike?
So Spike is in Nagai City in Yamagata Prefecture, specifically right here in the heart of the city, close to City Hall. And we just do lots of different things to get kendama going. And whether it's helping with kids that come in after school or just to play, customers that come in to just learn about kendama if they're visiting, traveling to do events often, whether it's here in the Learning Center or out of town, sometimes out of prefecture. And we're just trying to grow kendama and spread it because we've got the best kendamas in the world here, so we want more people to come check them out, come see them.
What was it like coming to Nagai, knowing it was like the birthplace of your favorite kendama back in the day, second kendama?
It was pretty cool, but it didn't hit until I had the opportunity to actually go to Yamagata Kobo, and then touring there, I was just like starstruck, and I was like, this is insane. This is crazy. I actually brought you might remember this, I brought my Ozora and snuck into the museum. It was a really cool feeling. I found a toy in Georgia, and now I'm in the same town that made that specific kendama.
That's wild.
Yeah.
What are some goals you have as a Spike manager?
Take this place to the top, baby. I really want to promote the Instagram more, the social media, and show things that are happening here in Nagai, because if more people across the world saw what we're doing out here and the people and the level of kendama play, more people would want to come visit. Yeah, so getting more eyes on that, whether it's Instagram clips or stories or anything really, that's a big one, as well as growing the competition here and making one of the largest competitions in the world here in Nagai. I think of this as building a fire, And like I don't know if you've ever like gone camping and built a fire, but if you have 10 pieces of firewood, you can throw them all in the fire right away, and it's going to burn really bright and hot. And then in the next hour, you'll be cold. So we're going to slowly put a piece in at a time, until the fire is continually, gradually built up. And then you can put the rest in once you know you're going to make it through the night, and the sun will come up the next day. So it'll be a little bit of a process, but...
Yeah, bringing in some of that Eagle Scout knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, I love camping, man. I grew up camping. I'm an Eagle Scout as a member of the Boy Scouts of America.
Okay, if you had friends come to the guide, where would you recommend them to go?
I want them to check out Spike. I'd show them probably the waterfall, Sankaidaki waterfall. Probably take them to the river. Maybe if they're in town for like a festival, we hit the main street for like some fun festival, and then go do some karaoke. There's nature. There's some old history. There's an onsen. Give them a taste of the city. Let them experience some of the beautiful scenery, some of the good food and the culture that's here in the city. Some of the festivals and shrine experiences that you can only get here.
What are some things that you find difficult about living overseas, like in Japan, or like in general, just like what were some hardships that you had to overcome, or like are still working with?
The biggest challenge probably like the language barrier, and that's on me. That's because I don't know Japanese or studying. The people here have really helped me out with that though. Like it's the kindness of the people in Nagai is next level. Everyone, the people at Spike, my coworker at City Hall, random strangers. So they've made that an easier adjustment. That's probably the biggest one. I get a haircut. I can't really tell a guy what exactly I want, but I trust him. He gives me a good haircut. And as I live here longer and study more, I think that would be something.
Yeah, I'm glad you've been having a good experience here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the language barrier is obviously going to be the hardest part. But
yeah, every time you think you figure something out, someone talks to you really fast, and then you don't understand a word of what they say. You're like, oh, all right.
All right, that's it for today's interview. Thank you so much, Lyndon.
Thank you, man. It's been great. Cool.